What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. We have a matchup today of Buggy versus Green Bonney. We lost the dice roll. We are going second. This is the championship of the day. So we're in the finals. That feels nice. I'm excited to try this matchup out because I haven't tested against Bonney. In theory, I think it should be good. The only thing that could potentially throw some problems is if he gets Tashigi's out. He consistently gets Tashigi's out. We can always bottom deck a Tashigi. Tashigi I'm talking about is the one that you can rest and it protects any green. That's the card that can really make this matchup tough. But we'll see how it goes. And if he doesn't get that Tashigi out, I think this should be a favored matchup for us. So we're going to start off with a 1 Galdino Searcher, search top 4. We can grab a Croc and Mihawk. We can grab 2 2Ks. We also have a Cross Guild Searcher. So let's grab the Croc and Mihawk. He's going to read some of the cards. He's not familiar with the new starter decks as much. So he's just going to make sure he reads some of the cards. And then we're going to pass to him. He's going to go to his 3 Dawn turn. He's going to put 1 Dawn on, swing 6 life, we'll take, no trigger. And now he's going to tap 2 for a Rosinante blocker. The Rosinante blocker can protect any other rested characters from being KO'd. It can sack itself. But that's okay because we're not going to be able to... We don't have any KO effects. It's all bottom decking. So it doesn't protect against bottom decking, so that's fine. In our eyes, it's just a blocker. We're going to swing 5 life. He takes, no trigger. Now we're going to tap 4 for just a Kabaji. We don't have an Alvida. I feel comfortable. So here's another thing too about this. Is because I need to fill up my board. Sometimes I don't swing my board at all because I don't want to leave it vulnerable. And the Croc and Mihawk can protect everything. So it's going to sit there until I can fill up my board. But because he's Bonney, every time I attack, he has the option to rest something. So he can rest that Kabaji and then swing into it. But I feel comfortable playing it because it's going to be a 6k body. So if he does swing into it, at least he's swinging in a 6k body rather than a 5k. He swings 5 life, we'll give him a 1k. We're just give him the Croc. And he's going to tap 5 for a Cavendish. Cavendish, you can tap 5 and on play, and when attack it's 3 stand 2, just a troublesome card. Then he taps 1 for a Bonney Searcher but does not activate it. So we go to our 6 Dawn turn. I don't like that Cavendish is on board, but I don't have any removal for it right now. I think the idea here is I'm really debating whether to swing because I know he's going to rest that Kabaji, but I think it's going to be okay. I have some 2Ks in hand. He's going to rest the Kabaji. It is a 6k body. And the idea here is we Croc and Mihawk after this. He takes. Now we're going to leader effect, pitch a Croc and Mihawk to play a pro. Actually, we're going to promo Buggy just so we can get a blocker out. Into the Mihawk, draw 2, trash 1. I think the reason we didn't Croc and Mihawk is because we didn't have a good thing to play off of it. Whereas here, we get 2 things to play off of it, and now the Kabaji has gained an additional cost plus blocker. So we have if he swings into our Kabaji, it's going to be a 6k body, and we can also protect it with a 7k body if we want to with the Mihawk. He goes to his 7 Dawn turn, but he's going to be able to restand 2. So first he taps 1 to search with the Bonney. Search top 5 for a Supernova. And our board's wide enough now that when we swing next turn, we can use the Galdino to swing into that Bonney. He's going to grab a 5-cost Bonney that's going to be able to freeze a Dawn or a character. Our hand size is looking pretty good, and we're still at 4 life. He's going to tap 5 for that Bonney. He says stun a Dawn, so one of our Dawn does not become active next turn. And now he's thinking about what to do with this cabinet. First, he's thinking about whether to swing 5 light. He swings 5 into the Kabaji, but I remind him that it's got an extra power. So I was like, you can take that back if you'd like. So he'll probably swing the Kabaji into, or excuse me, the Cavendish into it. Restand 2. So he swings 6 into the 6. We can just think about whether to turn that Mihawk sideways. I will. But the main reason is he has 3 Dawn. I don't think anyway. He could hardcast Electric Luna right now, but I don't think he's going to do that because I think he's going to keep 1 standing for leader effect. So now he's going to swing 7 into the 6. We'll give him a 2K, and he passes. So now we drew into a Sables. That could be a very fun card to play here. I'm thinking about whether to Sables. I'm also thinking about whether to just hardcast a Buggy and get rid of the Cavendish. We're on 8 Dawn. I'm worried about 9/11 Shanks coming down as well. I'd like to get a Croc and Mihawk out. If I'm going to swing, I should swing the Mihawk first because that would just get rested. So I'm going to swing 7 into the 6. 7 into his Cavendish. This is a greedy play here because, well, it's greedy in the way I'm about to execute this. I'm going to swing 7 into 6. And he could just save that with a 2K, which he does. The reason it's greedy is because I could bounce the Cavendish back to his hand with Sables and then play a 4 cost and be on my way to Buggying next turn. But instead, I'm going to Croc and Mihawk, fill my board, get the protection, play down the Avita probably, and draw 3 and trash 2. We could also play the Kabaji down, I think. We have another Kabaji or Emoji. Thinking about what to play. Gonna play the Alvita down, draw 3, trash 2, and we'll pitch 1 Croc and Mihawk, and then we'll pitch the Galdino. The reason I think this is kind of greedy is because that Cavendish can restand things. He could do some plays where he's on 9 Dawn, so he could like 9/11 Shanks us and still get his leader ability off. He could drop a Kid and then drop a Kid into a Tashigi, and then he set up this huge wall with a Corazon blocker with a Tashigi. We can't bottom deck everything, and it just could be really tough to overcome. But we're set up to Buggy twice. He can't establish 2. He can't establish 2 promo, or excuse me, 2 Tashigis and a Kid. So that's kind of why I thought about doing this. He's going to tap 5 for a Carrot. Carrot can freeze a 7 cost on play and when attacked, so he's going to stun my Mihawk. It will not become active next turn. He has 4 on standing, but he's going to be able to restand 2 with the Cavendish. And now I feel pretty good about it, how everything is going. If I can just keep, he's going to swing 8 into the 7, I believe, no, 9 into the 7. We'll just block with the Kabaji. He restands 2. Now he has 4 standing Dawn. He could swing 8 into the Mihawk now. If he swings 8 into the Mihawk, we give him a 2K. We swings 8 into life. We take. If he Lunas, he wouldn't Luna because he's already, he's still got the Bonney swing. So he's going to swing 9 into the 7. We'll give him 2 2Ks. Our hand size is going pretty far down, but that's okay. And then we'll take. And as a trigger cross guild, we get to search top 4. Let's add a 2K to hand. So now we are set to Buggy twice. He's just reading the Kabaji, what I searched. I'm at 2 cards in hand. I'm about to be at 3. Draw. I can Buggy twice. I'll go down to 0 cards in hand. But I think that's the move. Actually, I'm at 5 cards in hand. I'll be down to 1 card in hand. So first, let's swing the 7. I swing the 7 into life. Actually, I swing the 7 into the Bonney just to see if I can clear it. I swing 5 into life now. He rests my leader, by the way, off of leader effect. He gives me a 1k. And then now that's our swings. But we're going to leader ability twice, pitch the Buggy, play the Buggy, bottom deck the Cavendish. Now we're going to do the same thing again. Pitch the Sables. Play over the promo Buggy. At this point, it's just taking up a spot. He's not going to play any forecast, I don't believe, and swing with them. And we're going to bottom deck the Carrot. So now he just has the Bonney and the Rosinante on board. That Bonney doesn't have, it's an on play, so it's, at this point it's just a 6k body, whereas the Carrot and Cavendish could really keep him getting value. He's at 10 Dawn. He currently doesn't have a way to restand Dawn. So if he plays, for example, a 10 cost Dofi, we're gonna be able to get all our swings off. We have one card in hand, and it's a 2k. He's sneaking everything through. First, he swings 5 life. We'll take, no trigger. Now he swings 6 life. We could take, we could give him a 2k. But I think with 10 Dawn standing, thinking about whether to take this, it's kind of greedy to take it, but I want to get my hand size back up, and it's a cross guild searcher, and we can find another Buggy, which is exactly what I wanted. Now if he plays a 10 cost Dofi or another Kaiju, if he plays like a 911 Shanks, for example, even though the 911 Shanks we can pitch a card to keep our things alive, whatever Kaiju he's about to play, we can bottom deck. If he goes wide, we can only bottom deck 1, but yeah, that's the idea. We are down to 1 life, so somewhat vulnerable. Potentially to like a Hody, for example. Even if we play some blockers, he could rest blockers, swing like 7-8 per game, or 8-8, or 7-9, something like that per game. So just have to be cognizant our hand size is down. He's going to tap 10 for a Dofi. We can bottom deck that Dofi right away, but first he's not going to be able to leader effect. So we swing 12 into the Bonney. And the idea here is I think I'm just going to hard cast I don't want to pitch a card. I want to keep my hand size as big as possible. We're at 4. We have 2k, I think 2k, 1k, 1k. I don't want to have to pitch a card to play the Buggy. So I think what I'll do is I'll swing 5 life, 12 life, and then just hard cast the Buggy. So 5 life, gives me a 1k, 12 life. Think about whether to take. He gives us the Rosinante blocker. Now we hard cast, bottom deck the Dofi, and we've cleared his board. He goes to 10 Dawn, and we've cleared his board. If he plays a second Dofi, we might be in trouble because he can freeze two Buggies and probably our blocker, Mihawk. He's not going to be able to restand a Dawn, but we'd have to hit him 3 times with exactly 3 swings. But luckily, he's not going to Dofi us because he's swinging 8 life with 3 Dawn. So I could counter out of this. But I'm thinking about, right now, if he plays a Hody Jones, I can counter out of an AK swing. But I'm just thinking, could he do something else? Like, is there something? So I just take, because I want him to play the Hody, which is what he does. And now I can counter out of the swing. He's used up all his Dawn, and he's taken a life. And at this point, he's like, yeah, that's GG's. And I was like, oh, is that, you want to call GG's? And he's like, yeah, let's just play it out. So I decided, let's play it out. And we can swing 12 life. He takes, no trigger. 12 life. He takes, no trigger. And we can swing 22 for life. So this was a close game. It was, he didn't get the Tashigis out. I would be curious to see what happened if he saw the Tashigis and he got them out, because again, if he had those out, we couldn't bottom deck. I think I got a little bit greedy trying to set up the double Buggy. If he played like a kid Tashigi on that turn, I could still double Buggy twice. So I would bottom deck the Tashigi. Actually, probably what I would, bottom deck the Tashigi, then bottom deck the Kid. But he would still have the Carrot and the Cavendish on. No, he wouldn't have the Carrot because he played the other turn. He would still have the Bonney and the Cavendish, so he can still do some plays, play another Dofi, something along those lines. So yeah, it would be curious to see what would happen. It would definitely would have stalled us out, and maybe if he stalled one more turn, he might have been able to turn the tide. But we're able to get the dub here, and it feels good. Testing out Bonney, the deck feels good against Bonney. If they don't get his Shees out, obviously. But we're able to win. We're able to get the dub in the tournament, so that feels awesome. Deck feels strong. I think this is the list for Vegas. There might be like one change. The only potential thing I could see is taking out one of the 7-cost Crocs for either one more Pudding or one more Sables. But I like it where it's at. I don't think it's necessary to make a change. But yeah, this is the list. I really like it. I'm ready to rock for Vegas. This might be the last video I have prior to Vegas, so this might be the last video for a little bit, because I'm gonna go to Vegas. We'll let you guys know how that goes, and then might take a little bit to get back to the locals, and then record some videos, get them edited and ready to go. So it might be a little bit before there's another video, but yeah. Anyways, let me know in the comments something different. Really appreciate you guys. Really appreciate everyone reaching out. All the community we have going on right now is pretty awesome. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. See you next time.